What's up YouTube? This is the Federation here, and I've got a 2 versus 2 Rome 2 battle. This is going to be live once again. And so it's going to be two Epirus factions, me and Kowarik08, fighting against two Romans, controlled by Milo and Mighty Jogurt. So my Epirus build is 6 Rhodian Slingers, 5 Pikemen, 2 Hellenic Royal Cav, 2 Aspis Companions, 2 Mercenary Indian War Elephants, a Hoplite, a Molossian Dog, and a Skirmisher Cav. So it's a skirmish heavy build, also with elephants. I should note this is a 16,000 fund battle, so you would not be able to buy a setup like this on large. Occasionally I do like to play the large funds battles just to have some fun with some of the more powerful units. Like normally this would be a line of levy pikes, these would be citizen cav, and I'd only have one elephant. And I figure that would be right about the 11,700 that you're given. And I'd probably have some Thessalian cav actually instead of Hellenic Royal cav. Although obviously I would still need one as my general, I should say. Can't speak English. But yeah, it's a pretty similar build, just more expensive version. It's also on medium unit settings, so as you can see, the infantry units are only 80 men instead of the standard 120. So what I was planning on having for video today is a 2 versus 2 beta flash tournament that I entered in. It was random partners, but I actually lost in the first round of that. Me and my partner came up against Zaript and someone else, and his chariots ended up in royal cataphracts that were controlled by Zaript, and from that point on we were in a lot of trouble because we got a lot of forces committed on his side, and Zaript is a very experienced player and definitely took advantage of that. But oh well. It was fun to play against somebody like that in the first place, and I guess you can't expect to win every tournament you enter in, especially not the beta flash ones that tend to have a solid group of players. I believe Panda Warrior was also in that tournament, Armenian King, a bunch of other pretty strong and recognized players, but oh well, hopefully we can enter in the future and get some better results, because obviously it's fun to play, but more fun to win. So let's go for those Balearic Slingers with my dogs, and while we're doing that, let's send out a Cav distraction of Aspis Cav, just to keep his eyes hopefully somewhere else on the field. Looks like, for now at least, he hasn't seen the dogs. Oh, no, he's seen them. He's shooting them down. Didn't know that was an effective strategy. But dogs are going to get in anyways. And in the time they bought me, my slingers have moved up, and they're going to do some good damage to these Syrian archers. And it looks like the dogs aren't really going to get many kills, but they have certainly given me the ability to do some good damage in the skirmish fight. So indirectly, they will still be a useful force. But I was not aware that you could do so much damage to the dogs with missiles. I'll have to keep that in mind for the future if I ever come up against dogs of an opponent's. So let's keep our army kind of cohesive here. And I've definitely been pulled quite a distance forward. The Roman has taken the liberty of bringing some equipment. I just really enjoy when people do that. But let's focus on these Balearic Slingers. I'm probably not going to do too much damage to these vastly upgraded Triarii. So he's really ringed himself in with this stuff. Not going to be able to come in on the left flank, to be sure. So I will have to find other methods of approach. And these Balearic Slingers are just not having a good day today. I don't want to bother with rapid reload even, because I know I'm going to win the skirmish fight so easily. He's going to start bringing up some cav. I will bring up some cav to counter this and pull back. my cav can easily beat Saucy Equites, so that's not a particularly big worry for me. But what I can do is actually get some free shots off on these guys. So let's do some damage to them. So we got a few kills and a good amount of HP damage, I would assume. Got some nice side volleys in there. And I can use these dog handlers to actually push back his men. So let's take out that Saucy Equites there, hopefully without it getting to charge. It looks like we may do that. Yeah, we're going to catch at least some of them. So yep, we're going to catch them without him getting to charge. So there goes his main advantage that you would have over my much more expensive Aspis Cav. So I can actually keep these dog handlers for later. Continue to chase, because I can then go for these Syrian archers, which I'm now going to switch to.
The enemy is attacking our ally.
So taking them out, let's pull back into the safety of my ally and rain some lovely shots down on these Extraordinari. And I did not lose a single Aspis Cav. So I believe that is a good use of cavalry. You can certainly not complain about that. Oh, let's take out that Numidian Cav though. If he's going to keep feeding me units to take out, I will happily take them. So it should be well in range. There we go. And that is a dead Numidian Cav. So let's pull back behind the safety of my pikes. It looks like he's going to advance. And let's get on that flank of him. Rain some nice shots on him. And let's send one of my elephants over to my ally. Let's get these Aspis Cav in a threatening position. Pikes in phalanx. And he's going to continue the charge regardless. I can actually send in my skirmisher cav to take out his velites. Let's keep these hoplites here. Let's actually run the elephants on through. And let's go for these cav here. So we'll get the velites, but he gets his general in there, so I'm probably going to lose that skirmisher cav. And these elephants are going to town on the Praetorian Guard. So let's carry him right on through. And we can bring our Aspis Cav down. So he's gonna throw his general into the main fight here. Not sure how much it'll do. Let's charge in the Triarii. And let's run over these Triarii once again. Let's bring these guys right in the back. Let's make sure my slingers aren't getting too far ahead of themselves here. Alright, bring the elephants on through once again. Rout that highly experienced Praetorian Guard. So these cav are being very effective, and it looks like my ally is doing well for himself as well. Nope, that's not the unit I meant to send. Let's pull these guys out and just send on the elephants. And let's get some lovely side shots. So it looks like my pikes have held from the front, as you would expect. I guess the Roman didn't see that at the last second I managed to change into pike phalanx. Otherwise, I assume he wouldn't have gone frontally into them. And my hoplites have held, with the help of slingers, of course. So let's wipe out this last legionary cav that's running around. And don't think we'll need to help out my ally, but I might as well move my units over in any case, because it can't hurt. So it looks like over here we have routed the Roman cavalry. Let's just try to make sure they don't come back. And let's have a happy hunting day with my cav. Yeah, the reason I brought these melee cav was mainly just because they ended up fitting the budget, even though probably Hellenic Royal Guard, or Hellenic Royal Cav I guess they're called, would have been the better cav to take, but also because melee cav, I have found, will win in a fight even against very heavy spears,
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Whereas shock cav will not. So like you can send an Aspis cav against Triarii and it will win, but a Hellenic Royal cav will not. But anyway, here are the lovely results from that battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.